everybody. Today I'm going to work on the bottom of this airplane, and we're going to bench trim it, and tomorrow I'm going to clear it. First part I do in bench trimming is I got it sitting on its wheels here, and you'll notice that the inboard wing drops because it's longer. So I got a ½ ounce, actually it's 14 grams, not, well, that is ½ ounce. So I got a ½ ounce of lead, and I'm going to put it right here where the wingtip weight box is, and we'll see that the wing now slowly drops to the outboard side. So that's the right starting amount of wingtip weight. So we're going to put that in, and usually I glue this in because it's going to need at least that much. Let me get on the comment sections. Let me remind you guys that the Stunt Hangar drive over on the website is going on, and I've got to raise a bunch of money to pay for the server, and I don't have a whole lot of time, so please get your server money in. Hate to see Stunt Hangar go away after 17 years. So we're going to put this wingtip weight in. Then we're going to weigh it, and I'm going to add some graphics to the bottom of this airplane. Plus, I'm going to detail out these wheel doors. Okay, well, how about the plans? When are they going to be done? I'm being bugged to death. We could raise a little money with that. All right, so we got a ½ ounce light given. Thank you, Tony. That was a good video you did there on the motor crutch. The videos are going to be super long. We're going to have to fold this in half because this is, again, it's already folded in half once. We're going to have to fold it again. And get that tacked in there. Can't get lead no more. John gave me this piece of sheet lead, and I've been using it. Used to be able to go to the tire shop and get lead weights, but shit, now they're all steel weights. So is this going to fit in here now? Let's see. Straight down, it's going to have to go to the front. Yeah, that'll be fine. I won't bother with gluing it in, I guess, right now, because, well, I guess I could. Let me fold it in half once again. So this piece of sheet has been folded twice now. Let's see if we can get a third time out of it. Get it balled up into a little dot. As stated, this is a ½ ounce, 14 grams. I hate putting the wingtip weight in. It's just a killer. Add weight when you're trying to take it out, but you gotta have it. I already went around and leveled up all the control surfaces, bent the horns so that they're absolutely perfect. All right, there we go. I'll mix up a little epoxy and epoxy this in right there. Gonna have to have at least this much because this drops the outboard wing. And we won't know how much I need until I fly it. So we need the epoxy. There it is. The battery for the shit anyway. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting simply blues. Be about that big, and blues will go on the other side. So when it turns up like that, you can read it, simply blues. Oh, there it is. This. Get out my epoxy mixing schedule. I'm sorry it's not Saturday at John's. That was a good show. Everybody liked Saturday at John's. Them guys are going out flying today, but I don't like the weather. It's too cold for me. It's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. What's crazy about where I've lived, I've seen 90 degrees in February. Hence, that's why the isolated stunt contest is in February. That'll hold it from moving around. Now, I've mentioned this before, but it's really important. Doesn't matter what airplane you're building either. You want this little bit of weight to be in a direct line between the center of your lead outs, your bell crank pivot, and this weight. So that when it's going around the flight path and you snap it up, it's not trying to line up. Because if it's way back here, this is going to want to catch up. It's going to want to hinge the airplane. You know, we're not moving 1,000 miles an hour or anything, but we're moving 55 and it does matter. I watch airplanes and I see so much stuff that could have been fixed if it was built correctly. I have lost my screw here. So we'll wait for this to dry. Let me pull these wheel pants off. I'm just going to do 2 stripes on them. One this color, one this, maybe 3. One this color, one this color, and then one magenta behind. I don't want to get too elaborate with the wheel doors, because they end up getting banged up and you need to repair them throughout the season. But they turned out real nice. Finished very well. I think finished better than the airplane because they're so small. So it's got a little spot right there we're going to sand. We'll get some 400 here. What did Steve buy anyway? He bought a roll of like 180, 320 maybe. This is $320. Good. 320 and 180. Now we're on the final end of the paint side. 320 is too gritty. So you either want to use 1,000 or you know, go with 400 first and then hit it with 1,000. If I can find it. Got a small spot right there. Beautiful. Yep. Oh. And that's quite a jump, 400 to 1,000. So I'll have to sand a little more because I don't want to go 600. Take forever. We got it. Okay. Here's the wheel door. There's the spot I just sanded. There was a little spot in it there, but very nice finish. You know, it's nice and smooth. The paint's not on real thick. You know, I've been cheating and base green smiling. Okay, the Hitman. I've been cheating on these. I've been taking CA and smearing over the top of it and then painting over the CA. But that's back when I had DC 540 because I could get a nice smooth finish on these. But this one is done with silk span and dope, and I think I'm going to start doing it that way again because the finish is just absolutely beautiful on this. So we need 3M fine line first thing. These will go real quick. 2-3 colors on it real fast. So we want ascending stripes. I just eyeball this. There's no need for a pattern or any of that other business. You know, I got that other camera over there, maybe. Shit. Screwed up. You got to cut the tail off, otherwise it will be double masked. This is one of those things like I did for the, if you look at my Route 66, I did it all in one setting. Well, we're going to paint 3 colors in one setting, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Not a big deal. We can get it taped off here. 3 colors in one mask. It's all on the taping. One. Yeah, I get bitch. There we go. 2. Yeah. The spots there, I'll get with it clear though. All right, eyeball the second stripe. We're going to go on the back side of the landing gear wire. So this stripe will be an 1/8 inch wide. And when I say eyeball, I do mean just eyeball. Now watch this. It's, that's the dark blue line. I need to cut the tail off again. Shit. I think I'm going to paint one and then do the other one to match because I don't know that I'm going to like this or not. So basically what I used as the 1/8 inch. Hey Frank, good morning. When you're building your stuff, think of Occam's razor. The easiest way possible is the correct way. I watched you burn those holes in the cradle, those grooves in the cradle. I'm thinking, why didn't they just build it upside down? Okay, so this is medium blue. This is dark blue. Now we're going to have a 1/16 wide magenta stripe. Now you can, I have some 16th inch tape. You can just eyeball it. It's, like I say, if people are measuring this shit with a caliper, buy a sticker. Now these airplanes are hand built. There's going to be hand flaws. Everybody go over and look at Frank's channel. He builds RC, but he does a different type. He does long format, but he doesn't live stream it. He does an edited video. What do you guys think of Terry's video I posted yesterday of him building that mosquito, running it up on the bench and it jumping off and cutting his hands up? Duh, that's my buddy from England. Them little zingers there going around, they'll get you. I'm glad he's okay. But as I told him yesterday, I said, I bet you don't do that again. That's knocking camera leads off. We're not ever going to want any paint on this part here, so we're going to mask off this with masking tape. Somehow I got that center straight. Let's see, how's it going to look from the side? It looks fine. It'll be fine. Yep, we'll just do one of these first and then do the other one. I think I'm going to have to run the compressor though. Okay. Well, you know, Hunt builds RC as well, and I'm sure he thought of it. So there's probably a process that he had in mind when he cut them. I would have just called him and said, hey man, what do you expect me to do here? You can call Bob, and you know he's a super nice guy. He'll tell you what he's got in mind. He's the inventor of that system. Now I got a hot wire. Good for those who fly foamies. Yeah, I'm not into foamies. I'm a traditionalist, old school. Okay, so we got this. We got this here. Let me see if I got any air. I did unplug the air line. Yep, I got a little air. So this blue is first. That should be good enough. We'll let this dry a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes or whatever. Then I'll tape this off and hit it with the dark blue. And then tape that off with another piece of tape. And I got a bunch of them. Tape this off and then hit the magenta. I mean, they'll go so fast, it's ridiculous. Fast as the paint dries, you can get this done. In the meantime, I need to pick these Simply Blues stickers I did here. So we'll pull out the transfers. It's the same font that's on the fuselage, only bigger, much bigger. So there's the screw. Let's see what the other camera angle looks like. Maybe it'd be a better angle. And no, no, to move that camera too. So we'll get the lines. Oh, you can see what I'm doing. We'll get the lines wrapped today. So here, this over here. No, can't see what I'm doing. So we'll move this. So while that's drying, we will do the picking. Frank, you're lucky to have your mom help you build airplanes. When I was a kid, my mom used to help me. I missed her. Okay, here we go. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing here yet. What's the deal here? There we go. Ah, you dog. Should be able to save it. I hope. There we go. Come on, get off there. Don't give me any static. Okay, there's one picked. Okay, let's get this picked out. You dog. There we go. Scissors here. Well, I wonder how Steve's wing looks. We glued it up before he left. I ain't gonna touch it till he comes back Monday. I'm curious. We had to do a little saving on the first one. These are some more Route 66 decals. I'm not gonna put any more on the airplane. I don't know, maybe a Route 66 big one here on the bottom and simply blues, and we'll have to lay them out and see what it looks like. These are pretty big, so pretty big. Okay. Let's look and see how they're going to look on the airplane. Yeah, I think we'll leave Route 66 off the bottom. So it's going to get its magenta stripe here, stripe there, and one on. We're almost done. We're almost ready to start clearing. Let's go back to the other part. We were working on the wheel door. Get that done and see how that looks. Let me put this back on. It should be dry enough that it won't stick. Close enough. Okay. All right, let's this is dry enough. So now we're back over to this. This is drying up the tape. I need to tape that off. Actually, I got to do the magenta first. Let's tape this off and then do the magenta because it's a lighter color. I won't have to have so many coats. But I do it first. So we're going to do magenta. Todd Simpson. I will go give you your badge here in a second, Todd. Every year at this time, I got to go through this to try to raise enough money for the server fees. And I always end up short. Always. Okay, so yeah, I guess I could do. We'll put a piece of tape loosely over the dark blues just so it doesn't build any thickness. I'm sure that that insignia blue would cover magenta no problem. But I just don't want the thickness there, because when you pull the tape off, it just makes a thick, gobby mess. And part of the reason for airbrushing stuff is to not put any paint on it. Okay. That's good enough. Plug the compressor back in. Todd, this is just like your Spalding rig. You just switch from ink to ink. Except I don't have to sanitize anything. I just wipe it off. Okay, on to magenta. Got a little ball in there. Make a mess. We'll do 2 coats on this. Got to have the Urpel in there. Hello, Nelson. Yeah, I do know about tattooing. I mean, I've done a few. Except the ones I did was with a Remington 300 razor and a popsicle stick. Okay. So we'll wait a few minutes, and then I'll move that tape, this piece of tape here, over the top of the magenta. I hope that didn't. Yeah, we can always touch it up. The guy I had work on me, he really screwed up. The best one I got is probably that one there. I had some real pretty ladies right here. He put a dragon over the top of them. What a mistake that was. This one here, it needs work. It's terrible. I mean, they're all terrible, really. He did a tiger up here, half done. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. I got the short end of the stick on that deal. I built his motorcycle for some tattoo work, and terrible, terrible. Okay, that's probably good enough. We'll tape over the magenta here. But I'm getting old now, so fixing all this stuff, my tattoos, is really not worth it. Except Bone, he was 75. He got sleeved up, buddy. But he's dead now. Okay. And we'll switch color again. And now for insignia blue. You're carving out a space for your machines. What's the story here? What's the story here? You got to watch your airbrushes. Usually when they won't spray, if the paint's thin enough, it's the hole that's clogged up. And that's exactly what's up here. And I had a needle or a pin. Shit! Where the hell did they go? They were sitting right there. Oh, I took them over to Steve, maybe. Yep. So we'll get a pen here. It may be too thick though, too. No. Okay. And don't worry about making it shiny. Dope is not to make it shiny. Dope is just to get the color on it. What the shine comes from is the clear. Otherwise, you'll end up with the wall banger, piece of art wall art. When you looked at Jimmy Cassell's spectrums, the paint was on so thin it was ridiculous. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? I wonder why these guys give up flying. I love creating and take nothing and come out with a jewel. That's pretty special. Pretty special. How am I gonna like this? I don't know. We stay at Super 8, Todd. At Habib's. Hello, I am standing inside myself. When you see him say Kemcho, you'll say Majama. Okay, where are we at here as far as drapage? We need a picker. We may get clear on this today. Yeah, once you go, you'll get hooked. A lot of beautiful airplanes there. Now the lines on the outside are clean. The lines on the inside don't look clean because there's flashing on it. Don't try to remove that flashing yet. Wait, I don't know, hour or two, and then just take a business card and that all that'll come off. Let's see how it looks. Am I gonna like it? I mean, I suppose I could have went crazy and did scallops, but that's good enough. We're not building a watch, we're just building a model airplane. So I need a thin piece of tubing. My brakes. I gotta have the brakes. Of course, it don't matter because all this shit's got to come apart to clear it. Get in there. Now, what do you think? Is that going to look okay? Let's set it on its wheels and see what it looks like. Yep. Oh, yeah, that looks good. So we'll give you a cam in hand view of it. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, pick up the wire, else it'll unplug. I painted that on there last night. with the wheel doors. That's what the wheel doors look like. The skirts or whatever. You'll be fine. I need to make a decal. I hate decals, but I can't cut stencils small enough for my name to go underneath the canopy, piloted by. I might do an in memory of, it's a kind of a tribute. It's got some of Tom Warden in it. It's got some of Jim Lynch. It's got some of Billy in it too, but he ain't dead yet. Yeah. Okay, now Todd said that he went over on Stunt Hangar and put a little in the fun. So let's go over there and see what we got here. We need to refresh this. Personal message. That was yesterday. All right, there's Todd. Oh boy, or David. Okay. So we go here. Did you make a post, I hope, to make it easy to find you guys? Because you guys don't do what I tell you. You don't use your real name so I can find you. Easy. Let's see. I don't want to. Let me go try this. Copy. Down. Members. Search for members. Paste. Yeah, you're there. Alrighty, I got you. Count settings. 24. Thank you very much for the support. We I guess we're only about 1,300 away now. Boxes for shop stuff. Yeah, Dennis, if you don't want to buy boxes for wire and stuff, just buy some PVC. And I'm not going to sign this like artwork. And I got so many damn airplanes. Okay, so now what do we want to do? I guess we want to work on the Simply Blues things. So what do you think? Did these wheel skirts, they look all right, or should they have been scallops? I can take my striping brush, and I was thinking about doing that. I got a double aught scroller, and I could take my striping enamel and then do some small scrolls behind in the magenta, some small scrolls in there, and hopefully the clear won't disturb it. But I'm so close to now getting the clear on it and getting it finished up. I kind of hate to experiment. Thank you, Alan. I kind of hate to experiment was something I've never tried. I do have some hardener, some urethane hardener that might help, but I don't know the ratios to mix it. This morning I tried some carbon black on my glass here with my 162 brushes to see how good that stuff lettered, and it doesn't letter worth a damn. So hopefully when I paint these windows, I can figure it out. Go down to the local camper supply guy, the guy that where I want a job, and see if I can, I understand that this is the off season, so he ain't hiring nobody right now, but I'll go down there and see if I can paint his windows. He's got some big windows I could really do a job on. Thinking about, hey Alan, thank you very much for the super chat. I'm thinking about doing for him for Christmas, doing he's got huge plate glass windows, and I mean they're huge, like 30-foot long, maybe 40-foot long by 10-foot high, panels, and they're all clean. There's no sign in there or nothing. I'm thinking about doing a giant RV, like Ed Roth style, with great big racing slick and Santa sticking out of the top of it, for Merry Christmas or whatever. I better get my spreader here. Well, we've started Saturday off right with a super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. Well, you guys have I've let you in on a few secrets of painting my airplanes. You got to get yourself a vinyl cutter, Cricut. I got a pro cutter, a US cutter, but you don't need anything that big. Mine's got a 48-inch bed. You can get one foot wide, 12 inches wide, and save some money. And you can go download fonts off the internet. Got to watch out for some of them, though, because some of the guys who drew them didn't know what they were doing. They drew them in layers, and the cutter will just grind the crap out of the vinyl because they're in layers. Anytime you have a PNG or a JPEG file, it's done in layers. So what you got to do is you got to highlight it, hit break apart, like if you're using Inkscape. Highlight it, break apart, and take the layers apart and use the darkest layer. Don't use all the layers because the vinyl cutter thinks that it needs to be cut 10 times, and it'll just grind the vinyl right up. I was doing that yesterday when I was trying to do that rev up. rev up thing, and Steve said, "Man, that thing sounds horrendous," because it was going grinding the crowd. Oh shit! I forgot to take it apart. For you guys, I know most of the guys that watch this are older. I don't know how computer savvy you are, but if you like an image that's on the computer, on the internet, and it won't let you, there's a couple of ways to do it. And you want to save it, right click and then put save as. But if that doesn't work, open up an email, create a new email, and then click on the image you want to save. Open the two programs up so you got the internet on one side and the email on the other. Right or left click on that image and just drag it over to your email and then email it to yourself. There's all kinds of ways to get around all that. Now they say, well, this is a copyright. Well, it don't matter. Thank you, Alan. But you got to, you know, you got to give attribution or pay the artist that did the work if you're going to use it commercially. I don't see any reason why you can't use somebody else's artwork. If you're going, you're not selling it, you're not making money on it. I don't, like you want a Coca-Cola label or Pitney or Pratt and Whitney thing, or even the Skunk Works where I took that little. That's right, less is more. Where I took that skunk from not Boeing, it's Grumman, I think. Whoever had the skunk, Lockheed. It says copyright. Well, so what? But you can get in trouble on something. So you better be careful. You gotta give attribution, You'll notice that opening music that's when this screen fired up, that opening music. Obviously that is not my music. You have to get a license to add that in there, and that's YouTube is a real stickler on music. That's why Wendy ain't around with his videos. Actually, I think that's why Hobby Show TV's not on anymore. They did a super job, Hobby Show TV, even though you couldn't understand them. Just the format and the way that they presented the hobby, the music and the barbecues and the camaraderie. And Carolina, wow. You won't be able to understand them unless you speak Portuguese, but those are the guys that gave me that award. They came to the United States and gave me that award. Okay, so now we got that done. Let's see, we were an hour in and we got one wheel pant done and those set up. I'm gonna roll through this if you guys want to hang out. You speak Portuguese? Uh-huh. Look up Hobby Show TV, their channel there, and you can find it my interview on there too. Of course, I've shown it here, but that girl Carolina Ferrarisi, she's something. I think she's a model or something in Portugal, Argentina, or wherever they're from. Argentina. I speak English, Southern, and profane. I also speak Spanish, so I can understand about every third word in Portuguese. My Spanish is Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex. Okay, let's paint another wheel skirt. We'll get that going, and as that's drying, I'll work on Simply Blues on the bottom. They're not producing videos anymore. You're gonna watch old ones, but they got my interview on there, and they got a lot of videos. They're building RC. They don't have a whole lot of control line stuff. I mean, they have some, but not as much as RC. And they got slot cars and just all kinds of stuff. All right. Less is more. Let's see, we got about 3/8 of an inch on the leading edge on that. That looks about right. See how nice that came out? I mean, they're just super nice. And when I get the clear on them and get them sanded, they'll be beautiful. Okay, let's see where we at here. So we go from right here. Yeah, it's about right. And I'm getting hungry. Hobby Show TV. Radio Mundo Uno. When I lived down there, I'd always hear, ¿Qué dice Diaria Tijuana, Mexico? Close enough. That's on top. You see that. Close enough. If you look at pinstripes on a car, a guy who striped it, them lines ain't straight. They just appear to be straight. They're pretty flowing, but there's slight variations in thickness. Every pinstriper I've ever seen. Close. You can't hardly tell, but you get out the micrometer. Like I said, if you want perfect, buy a sticker. Something that's computer generated. Uh-oh, we might have a problem with that. Uh-oh. Yeah, won't worry about it now. Worry about it when it's painted. I've got to go to the store today and get some more paper towels. And I go through so many blue towels, you can't believe it. There we go. Let's see here. We need to put Alan's super chat up. You guys are reminded to show your love. All this good stuff I give you. All right. So this is taped off now. Let's get my school dispenser here. I think we're going to do this one a little different. I think we're going to paint the purple first. No, I just paint it the same. That way they look the same. Get a bottle of water here. My stomach's growling. Peanuts, cashews. You've been watching my videos, you'll know that this bench is the catch-all bench, and it was pretty cluttered while I was working on it this morning. And I'm getting it thinned out. I got stuff here I don't even know what I got. Hour and 21 minutes. It is now 10:15. I figure by noon I'll have all the paint on this thing. Yeah, we might spray coat it clear today. Humidity's down. Then I can start inking. I was looking, my Thunderbolt is still sitting up on the wall. No ink on it. Oh, it's got a little ink on it. Never been flown. Okay, let's take. Got cobwebs on it. How did I do that on the other side? There we go. Not that it matters too much. I don't care if that axle gets paint on it. Check out Little History too. My British friend Terry. Got Frank's Model Workshop. Got Little History. Now these are small channels just like me. You know, we all need to support each other. It ain't like our Rammy RC or one of them big guys, you know, 10 million views. And of course, believe it or not, my channel has had over 1 million views, 1.5 million views since starting in 2014. I think I started it at Brodak. Okay, there we go. We're taped off, ready to go. Less is more. Make sure that's good. Yep. So, of course, I got the hose on it. Hi, gallon. I think we're going to do a magenta scallop on the bottom, on the fuselage bottom. And when I say scallop, I don't mean the big one. I'd be behind the cowl here. And then the pinstripe will run along the bottom in parallel with the stripe on the top, encapsulating simply blue. I just hope I can get on the front row. Yeah. Terry, they're all enjoying your video of you cutting yourself. I'm giving you. Would you like to come on my channel here, Terry? And explain yourself? Let me send you a private message. This is my How do I oh, I see. Wait a minute. Cancel. Invite. I'm gonna copy this. And I want to send you a private message. No, how do I do that? I can't. Hide. Oh well, I'll just paste it here. Come on in. Let give. Oh, you're in bed right now. Okay. Yeah, I forgot you guys are on the other side of the planet. I'll have you on sometime. He's had me on his show a few times. I'll have him on here. He can explain himself what he had in his mind when the airplane went and ground his hands off. Brett Buck said it best. Oh, that's only a little electric motor. That won't hurt you. Yeah. Okay, we need to paint this. I'm plugged in. Medium blue. Airbrush here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to run the compressor here in a minute. Here we go in. Cool. Let that dry, just like the last one, but we'll go back over here and we'll put on the Simply Blues on the wing. Let me change the views. Yeah, they'll do that. All right. So I need a number. Let's get a number here. I'm not going to rely on my eyeballs because I can't really, I'm not standing directly over it. So I'll get a number. We'll make it 1 inch. Inch and a 16th. Come on now. 1 inch. Okay, 1 inch. It is. Inch and 3/4. That could be a hard line to gauge. Well, don't feel bad. I've seen pro stunt flyers stick their hand in props. I tell that story. I was at the Nats on between circle 3 and 4, and my back was turned to Richard Oliver, and I heard brrrt, brrrt. I go, why the heck is he running his propeller into the ground? Well, it wasn't into the ground, it was into his fingers. He had to go to the emergency room. Got a little shine on it here, but it'll really shine when I get the clear on it. So, sticking with the same theme as the fuselage, the lettering over here will be white, and the lettering over here will be blue, in the medium blue here. Let's go back to painting here. Let's paint this up. This should be dry enough. Yep. Plenty dry. So the next color I want to do is magenta. Because we're doing it just like we did the other one. I might paint a whole airplane that magenta color in memory of my club brother Joe, No Show Joe, because his bike was puce. That's what I call it. He had a 69 shovel head. Last year of the VIN number, no VIN numbers on the frame. My other club brother has a 48 panhead lower with a 80 cubic inch shovel head top. Dual spark plugs. That must be saying we're going flying. Headed to the field. Well, have fun. Yeah. Come on. Heading the booter. Yeah, I'll have later. No, that's installed now. Everybody's always wanting to update this, that, the other, make more features. All I wanted to do is make a phone call. Give me some cashews and banana chips. They were good. What to do? Doing something. iOS 17.111. Paint. Okay. So what I do on a color change is I got a bottle of thinner here. I don't bother cleaning, taking it apart. You could see, I can see blue in there. It don't matter. We got that puce on there. Come on. We still got people on here. You guys quit saying anything. The chat's still working. We got 13 watchers, but no talkers. Okay. I think you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah. You dog. Is this chat still working? Are you still here? Yeah. It's working. Just you guys ain't working. Must be sleeping. You're boring. Something to sleep with. Yeah, I got to think about this magenta stripe here. I'll do that when I do the. Yep, 2 hours to tape it, 5 seconds to paint it. Sanding. Well, that's a good thing for you. Sanding, sanding, sanding. Sanding is good. So let's go to this cam. Bienvenidos a todos unidos. Stunt Hangar. I do lose a battery. No. Okay. Dust. Lots of dust. That's right. Wait till you guys see the profile I'm going to build. Last profile I built, I crashed it in Huntersville because I'm an idiot. Forgot to tighten up the elevator horn screw. A couple flights on it. Didn't last 4 or 5 flights. Destroyed it. I know that year I didn't have a good crashed a profile and put a hole in my Junar. Jerry did, my leading edge. I couldn't fly. I didn't get to fly shit. I just helped him. All right. I can hardly wait to get this thing together. Let's go back to painting. I think we're probably dry. Yep. Yep. Sound like my phone's done updating. They want to update it so they can track you. I'm thinking about just getting a flip phone, one a stupid phone instead of a smartphone. One without text and all that other shit. Updated to 17.111. No, I don't set up later. I'm not gonna pay. No. I am not going to pay with my phone. It really pisses me off when I go to the market and they're trying to fiddle fart around with their phone to get it to pay. Get some money. Get some cash. The bad thing about it is when they go in there and pay something with their phone, it's only for $1. Stupid. I don't carry cash. Well, then you're out of luck. Unbelievable. These people do not understand that if they get you on this pay with your phone cashless society business, they can just shut you off. So you're done. Can't have any food. You can't buy nothing. So oh, they wouldn't do that. The hell they wouldn't. You guys need to listen to Oliver Anthony's song, Richmond, North of Richmond. The reason why it's such a hit, because it's too damn true. Stupid kids are all set up for the cashless society crap. What is this? You know, they waited till World War II generation died to pull these stunts. Because them guys would not have stood for it. Okay, let's tape off the Simply Blues thing and paint them, I guess. Yeah, they really need to be outlined. I might come back with a pen and outline them. Fuselage too. I'll have to break out my ultrasonic and clean the pens up. Oh crap, I think I got a big one. Smartphone smarter than most people, that's for sure. Set up Apple Pay. I don't think so. Hope I ain't making a mistake. I usually double tape. I think I'll tape over the top of it. I don't know if I like this little container for doing this. I think it's easier to do it with a regular roll and use my knees. Maybe I should just do this simply blues and magenta. Get your vote in, but get it in quick because it's going to happen here in a minute. White, blue, or magenta? As I said, get your vote in quick because it's going to happen here. About a minute. We're going to double tape that other side. Just not comfortable single taping. Yeah, whatever I do, it'll look great. Yeah, that's what you always say. Well, I got to think about this for a second. Let me sit down. I've been on this 2 hours now without stopping. Looks like I'm getting a gut. Part of getting old, I guess. Okay, let's paint. I guess we'll paint it white. Look just like this. White and then blue. Yep, I'll just match that. That'll be it. Yeah. No sense in saying anything because I already made up my mind. We're just going to match it. Okay, let her rip, tater chip. Let it rest for a second, and then we'll hit it again and take the tape off. Tape off. It'll be beautiful. And you guys out there got any 13.6 rev ups? Let me know. I need some. I'm running short. I thought I had a lifetime supply, but I don't. Another dozen. Dry already. Another dozen. I'm gonna have to work on carbon fiber technology to make them stupid things, I guess. I got one carbon fiber rev up, but actually I got two. One that doesn't work and one I haven't tried. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I guess. Okay. Must have spooks here. I think the doors are opening and closing. Nobody out there. Okie dokie. Let's take it apart. That's for the over to the other side. Okay, let's take the tape off the wheel skirt. By the time we get that tape taken off, that'll be dry. We can take this. Well, we'll tape this up first, I guess. Need to do it in order. So we get this. This on here. Here. I wonder what happened to Abio Jet. Boy, I never hear from him anymore. He disappeared. Like he fell off the planet. Okay. Let's get some tape on that now. Jump. Don't know why people didn't like him. I mean, I know he was a pain in the ass, but not a bad builder, just not the way I do stuff. All right, we're dialed in here. I guess I could just paint this and be done with it. Then it'll all be drying. It took a second to tape off. Ended up getting 10 more rolls of tape, so got plenty of tape, plenty of sandpaper. We're ready to build another 10 airplanes. Need to start selling some of this stuff. Okay, so now we'll switch to the other camera. Get the medium blue. Yeah. Medium blue. Get tangled up. Oh, we're all good now. I think we're done painting. Yeah. Except for the clear. No, I got the magenta stripes to do on the bottom. Damn. Damn. I just can't catch up. Can't catch a break. Time today again. Second time this week. Do not understand how I can make so much damn trash. 60 gallon a week. Okay. Take this off over here. I think we'll use the heat gun though. Let me get this on tape first. Yeah, I'll sit here and untape this baby. kind of purple. Well, whatever. It'll be fine. It's far enough away from the other stuff. It'll be fine. So far, I got it off without any problem. Touch that up. It'll be fine. Isn't that a bitch? Have a touch up. Now I got the paint one up there. A little one there too. But at least it's on the pants. It ain't in the paint of the airplane. Right on the edge. It's normally where it happens. It didn't happen on the other one though. Oh well. We can live with it. It'll be fine. We'll touch her up at a later date. Okay. There it is. I have to get my Creoles brush out. Airbrush that little fine line. I mean, it's tiny, tiny. Yeah, I probably don't even worry about it. It'll be skinned up the first flight anyway. Worry about it at the just before the gnats. Okay, there's that. Yep, we gotta do magenta pinstripes on the leading edge. Four magenta stripes, leading edges. And then I'm thinking about, I don't know, I guess maybe just one magenta stripe, not a scallop, just a stripe from about right here. I won't go up into here, I don't know, all the way back. But you're really asking for danger when you start putting that blue fine line on paint. That fine line's got some wicked glue on it. It'll pull that shit right off. Haven't had too many pull-ups on this. I mean, I just had that one on the wheel pant there, just a little tiny one. Usually that's a huge problem. And the biggest reason that that happens is you don't use enough thinner. Well, I use lots of thinner, but I must not have got it wet enough. So let me see here. Let me get my pedal out. I don't know whether this switch will handle that pedal, but we're going to try handle this wattage, but we're going to try it. Hey, I just found my other tape measure back there. What the hell are you doing back there? My good dressmaker's tape back in there. The win. They win. My switch on my monocoque gun is dead. So what I do is I got a Wen foot pedal. And just step on the foot pedal. Pretty handy. Handy dandy. Get this turned around. I'll move the camera here in a second. Oh, getting too hot. Getting too hot. That's one. I think what's going to happen here is I'm going to get that one off. I'm going to end the program, take a break, because the magentas will take some time to tape. We'll come back, and I mean, I can come back and you guys can watch me tape too, but I need to take a break from streaming. 3 hours nonstop is quite the trick. Okay, let's make this happen now. You don't need to get it blistering hot. You just need to get it hot enough to loosen the glue. Because this is some pretty sticky stuff, even though it's low tack. Yeah, damn thing's hot. Another thing I like to do is I split, you know, you can't just pull it off in one giant. You could do it on a car, but you couldn't do it on this. It might pull the covering off the ribs. It's stuck on so good. So I cut it and then I go around this way. You know, I do it in halves. There's less area stuck on, so it makes an easier pull. And then when it feels like it's getting tenacious, you know, really glued on there good, you hit it with heat again. Come on, get off there. You can see how it melted right away. That heat gun's pretty damn hot. Pretty damn hot. This is a complicated pull too, because it's got a lot of reverses. We got it. So now the centers. The most dangerous part of the mission is right now. picking. Picking, nose picking. Don't want to act right. Act right now. Two more. Two more. Got it. You can't believe how easy it is. Thank you, Ismail. You can't believe how easy it is to poke a hole in the cover and picking it with a knife like that. All right, so let's turn her over and see what it looks like sitting on its wheels. Well, like them wheel pants, wheel doors, or whatever you call it. Get rid of this. Won't need this for a while, probably a year or so now. It needs that magenta stripe on the bottom, and I think I will run it all the way, just like I did this one. So it'll be right there underneath there, just one stripe, no scallop, just a stripe. And then I need the stripe on the leading edge on the bottom and the stripe on the leading edge as well. But I think it turned out pretty nice. If I can get a coat of clear on it today, I can start inking it tomorrow. And the inking process on a beam wing is super dangerous. Thank you, Todd. The inking process on a beam wing is super, super dangerous. I'll give you a little tour of what it looks like here. I got my Rev Up decal on here. There we go. Rev Up, Super Tagger. We got the highlighted letters, shadowed, Wicks, Stunt Hangar, Simply Blues on the fuselage back, Route 66, because I live on Route 66. Simply Blues on the bottom. It needs some more magenta on the bottom though, because we got these big magenta outlines here, so I'm going to have to think of something pretty dusty. I'm going to have to get a tack rag. Let's see what it weighs, because it now has the tip weight in it. I mean, it has everything in it except for the clear. Well, it has piece of tubing here and a tube there, but other than that, and the wrapping, so we'll say another ½ ounce added that we need to add. So our grand total final weight should be, let's get the scale here. I even got the good plunger dealies on there. Now, thank you, Ronald. Should be an easy name for me to remember. That's my brother's name. We are at how many? Oh, that's grams. Mode, ounce, pounds, ounces. No, 49.9. Oh, now it says 50. 50.1. 50.1. So you figure 2 ounces for clear would be 52 ounces. I just ain't gonna get my 49-ounce airplane anymore. The way it goes. Now it says 49.9. See, it's back and forth. 50.1, 49.9. I can't tell. 50 even now. So I would say it's going to be 52.5. About the same weight as the other one. Which will be fine. I mean, that airplane, this is 760-inch wing. I am going to do a Juno. It's either that or I'm going to build a profile beam wing airplane with an OS-32F on it with a pipe. Of no particular denomination. You know, it's not going to be a Nobler. It's not going to be a. It'll be my own design. Just some numbers out of my butt. But I bought that Juno kit from Jeff Traxler because I like Billy's stuff. And I got a brand new Super Tiger 46. Of course, I might put that in my Continental because I'm gonna take that Continental back to the Nats again and see if I can and compete in Classic. See if I can't do better than I did last year. I could have won that if I'd have had a good run on the second round because I was ahead on the first round and it held, and then the second round the scores ballooned and those can be the best of times. Oh, at times. Oh yeah, I know. This airplane here is out of my head, but it was 30 years ago I did it. And hopefully we're going to get some plans here shortly. He says he's working on them. We're quite nose heavy right now, so the 2 ounces that goes on it will be just fine. It balances about right here. It should balance about right here. So we'll move the center of gravity back. Of course, I got glue to go on the for the hinges and that stuff. I'd say 52.5. But this is 760 square inches. Try to build one that light. It's pretty difficult. Let me get the camera. Oh, I got a spot back here I need to fix on the rudder, and I banged it. So now it's just about tinkering and fixing before the clear. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah. You can zoom in. No, it's zoomed out all the way. It's zoomed out all the way. Yeah. Like, subscribe, and share. Be advised that Stunt Hangar, the site, the website, I need your support. So go over there and hit the donate button on there and help me keep it alive, because come the end of the month, I got to come up with some big money, and I ain't got it. Not this year. But I'm going to sign off now, and I'll be back. Give me a couple hours, relax, and think about what I want to do. I think I'm going to take all them magenta lines off on the bottom, and we should be good. Then we can go to clear. I got to make a decal too for my name. Thank you, DS Models. Anyway, I'll see you in a couple hours, and we'll finish up working on this and get it ready for clear tomorrow. Where's my mouse? There it is. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you.